Crystal Tower information, Whiskey 21530 Zulu, wind 060 at 5.
076 Mike Juliet, this is departure radar contact.
Hazardous weather information from Minnesota available on flight service frequency.
You've dialed in the Flying Midwest podcast, connecting aviators from across America's heartland, sharing news, information, and events from around the region.
Calling Nancy 53 on Overtower, Roger, turn left heading 070, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
Sit back, relax, and join our crew for some hangar talk as we discuss a wide variety of regional aviation topics.
Departure 71143, flying flag, runway 280 left, quick takeoff, left hand southbound.
And now, from our home at the Anoka County Blaine Airport, our checklist is complete, and we're ready for departure for another episode of the Flying Midwest podcast.
Contact departure, every flight.
Well, hey, welcome everyone to the Flying Midwest podcast. My name is Jim. I'm one of your hosts. I'm joined tonight by two other people who are also hosts of this podcast.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Please welcome Maddie.
That's me.
And
Hi.
back from hibernation, the Badger pilot.
Hey guys.
No, what is it that badgers do? It's not
It's
hibernate.
not hibernate.
Hibernation.
There was another
called
term.
something
I
else.
can't remember what it was now.
It's an odd term.
I don't know what it's called, but I woke up feeling groggy and I'm ready to go back to it.
We interrupted your slumber.
Yeah, we better get this out of the way while he's somewhat coherent then.
Yes, winter lethargy.
I think it's pronounced lethargy.
That's just being
Lethargy?
Yes, it's lethargy,
Is it-
and that's just being Midwestern.
The other one is
In the
torpor.
winter.
Is that pronounced like parkour?
Yeah.
Parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
Torpor. Or winter lethargy. Lethargy.
Lethargy.
Good grief.
I've heard it both ways. All right. They build up their fat reserves in the autumn, which they use to sustain them. We did talk about this last time.
I
didn't we?
build up my fat
did.
reserves year round. Thank you very much.
Well, it starts at
Same.
AirVenture, and then it just goes downhill from there. Right. You weren't here, Badger, the last time. So how are you? How are things?
Things are good. They're very busy. Thus my temporary absence from the last episode. And truth be told, who knows whether I'll be around for the next one or not. My schedule is just absurd. How many times did we change this recording just on my behalf? Like three or four times.
You mean
Yeah.
just today? Or
Yeah, just
Just
in
today.
general?
Yeah, we talked about 10 o'clock tonight, and then we talked about, well, if I'm in the truck for a half hour to an hour, I could do it there. And
We did do
So-
that. And you're like, hold
Yeah.
the phone. This just in. I have a different schedule plan.
yeah, so it's been
Here we are.
crazy around the Badger set with kids' activities. I'm coaching my daughter's volleyball team, my younger daughter's volleyball team. My older daughter is in club hockey. She just got her driver's license yesterday. So hopefully things will
Creation.
be a little easier, thank you, so that she can drive herself and I can not have to worry about that. But work's been busy, kids are busy, family stuff's busy. It's all positive stuff. It's all good, but
Just busy.
sometimes that means I miss a recording.
That can happen. One of those things that you were away doing, though, was a fly-in, was it not?
It was our second annual Flying Midwest podcast camping fly-in.
I'm really sorry that I left you there by yourself. There was a little scheduling conflict on my side, and I couldn't make it out there. I had to stay around home.
Well,
How'd it go?
we missed you, but it was not by myself by any means. We had a good number of people, a good turnout, good amount of planes. So show up day was Friday, and I just went across to the bar across the street
There you go.
and and hung out and did what pilots do best and tell pilot stories. And then Saturday we were fogged in until about 9 or 10 in the morning, but then we all ventured out to various planes to different parts of the state to go do some stand collecting. So
Fun.
Alyssa and I did some formation flying and hit 4 or 5 different airports. One of them was in Minnesota, but we still got the stamp in our Wisconsin passport.
yeah.
So don't tell Hal.
Cheaters.
Hal's the guy that runs the Wisconsin passport program. Don't tell him we defiled our passport with a Minnesota stamp. But
No, you just made it better.
When you started saying that you hit 5 or 6 airports, I thought for sure you were going to say birds.
No.
All right.
Thank
Airport.
goodness for that.
So yeah, we did the original JFK airport, which is, I think it's AUX if I remember right. The original JFK before the big JFK was JFK.
I wasn't aware of that.
There's like a nice little picture and write up and everything. I think it's AUX. And then Madeline Island, and then the Minnesota one we did was Duluth Sky Harbor, which was super cool. I hate to say that one. I hate to say that was my favorite one of the day because it was Minnesota, but it's a super cool airport and just surrounded by water. It's like landing on an aircraft carrier, which the comment I made after touching down was aircraft carrier runway, aircraft carrier landing. It was.
You really got to slam it down. Make sure you get the wear.
Yeah, exactly. And then the short 3-mile hop to Superior from there, and then
that is in Wisconsin.
Yes, and then back to Phillips. So it was a good day. Flying up there, I actually had to divert for the first time.
No kidding.
Which was kind of interesting. So headwinds the whole way up. But I knew if I stayed around like 4,500 or so, they wouldn't be too bad. Well, I got above the layer, and the layer kept getting higher and higher and higher. And the next thing I know, I'm at 10,500 fighting a 20-some knot headwind. So fuel I was fine on. But bladder I was not. So when you're going much slower and you're budgeting for a certain amount of time to be able to use the bathroom, I ended up diverting to Merrill and discovered just on a whim, like, hey, it's the closest airport. I need to stop now. They have a piano in their FBO. So I
think I saw a video about this.
Yeah. So I took a little extra time, played the piano for a while, and and just relaxed for a bit. So
there you go.
So yeah, it was a good weekend. A lot of fun. About 8.5 hours total flying between getting up there, flying around the northern part of the state, and then coming home.
Okay, very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to give out a shout out to the Price County Airport manager and ground ops guys, Mike and Ken. They were phenomenal. The crew car was ours for the taking whenever we wanted.
Nice.
They restocked all the ice cream bars in the freezer for us.
That's really important.
And it was super important. They let us build a fire pit on the grounds. They said, hey, here's the maintenance shed. There's a bunch of bricks. Feel free to help yourself to some bricks. Throw them in the crew car. Drive the car onto the grass in the airport if you need to. Build a fire pit. The exterior lights on the FBO were kind of bright, especially at 3 a.m, and we all woke up at 3 thinking it was daytime. So the next day, so we could have darkness on Saturday night, they came out and turned all the outside lights off for us. And we had a special trip out to the airport. So
nice.
Price County Airport, Papa Bravo Hotel, super phenomenal people that are there. And it's a nice office, nice FBO too. So if you're in the area, they've got MoGas too and good fuel prices. So put them on the map for a place to stop for fuel if you need it.
I like it.
Awesome. I like that a lot.
Glad it went well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if next year I can go. It'll be interesting trying to balance Oshkosh and that. Plus, like, my family kind of wants me around for some holidays, I guess, which rude, but I suppose I should make time for them.
And, your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is your
I'll
job
have
going?
all... Huh?
How is your job going? What's that been up to? What have you been up to with that?
Well, working. The beginning half of this month was super... Actually, we didn't do anything. I didn't fly for 2 straight weeks, which was pretty crazy.
Oh.
I was on call and everything. It just didn't have any trips. So that was actually pretty nice. Got to do some things around the house. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I started training my mom and I, and maybe my sister, are going to be doing a 20-mile hike in Charlotte next year in May. So I've started training for that, which is fun. I guess I've never done that. Like, I love, it's training, it's hard, but it's good. So that's been fun. But I've been flying, doing a lot of interesting flights the last week and a half or so. And on Sunday, I leave for an 11-day trip.
Nice.
it's going to be really tough. Just because storage space on this airplane isn't great. So we can't bring a ton of stuff. So I'll have to like do laundry at a hotel, and everywhere we're going, except for Ithaca, New York, is going to be 100 degrees every single day we're there. So hot, super hot weather, like 100 degrees. That's where I start to struggle.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
Yeah, other than that, just kind of business as usual, trying to learn what I can and not crash the airplane.
No, sir. Yeah, that's important. Don't crash the airplane.
Yeah. Well, I had my first kind of complex landing the other day. The weather so far has been really great. Since I started, we've had like calm winds everywhere we go. It's ridiculous. Like I've never experienced anything like that. Never in my life. Anywhere we go, it's just been like calm winds, easy, super easy. But the other day we had pretty stiff crosswinds. We had about 15 to 20 knots of direct crosswind in both the places we went. And I had the first landing and I botched it. It was really bad.
Whoops.
Not only did I flared way too early and then I didn't flare at all. It was great. We loved it. And then my wind correction was garbage. So getting better. I'm actually liking the different conditions so I can improve because
there you go.
I've had a couple winter landings and now I need to, in like good conditions, and now I need to practice in different ones. So
other than the landings, are you catching up to the plane? Are you staying ahead of it now, or it's kind of coming together?
Obviously not as much as my captain. I'm still learning. I'm have to remember that it is September. I started in May flying this thing for real. So the different processes, I'm getting there. I'm getting faster. The last flight that we had, I was like on it. I was so ahead of everything. I still need reminders to do this, that, and the other thing. So hopefully by the 6-month mark, I'll feel I could run the ship. Maybe a little bit. Like I know all the different things and I won't miss anything, but still missing stuff, but not as much as I was.
Nice. Well, good to hear you're progressing through it.
Thank you. I didn't think I would. I was a little nervous, but what have you been up to, Jim?
Oh, I got a picture today of my airplane with an engine attached to the front of it.
Hey.
Yay!
Progress.
That is progress. That's good news.
There's still some stuff to do, but there is an engine on the front of the plane. Oh, he's going to finish up the annual on it, and we have a couple more things we're going to do with the engine itself, like engine monitor, and we got to get the new propeller on, things like that. But and it's coming along still. Oh, and he still wanted to install that heater, so still a few more things to do. But there's an engine hung on the front of the plane.
Yay!
Nice.
How exciting!
And is near.
Yes. Have you been flying at all other than the one that isn't flying?
Well, in the meantime, I've been flying a Warrior. So,
ooh, how's that been going?
I was supposed to fly today, but I've been a little under the weather today. I was also supposed to fly on Wednesday, but I had work went a little longer than I anticipated, so I wasn't able to get over there. So speaking of like engines and overhauls and annual inspections, Badger, I believe that you had an annual coming up, didn't you?
I did. I actually just dropped the plane off yesterday.
Oh boy!
So where do you drop off at? I mean, is your mechanic just not anywhere near you, or?
I think it's about a 30-mile flight or so south of here, pretty much due south. It's Camp Lake Airport. I'll shout him out because I like working with him, and his name's Elliot. He's out of Camp Lake Airport. Actually, his family owns the airport too. Really nice grass strip.
Okay.
And he's who I used last year.
Yeah.
I really liked him. He did a good job. Any squawk that came up, he wasn't one of those guys that would like try and hold my plane hostage and upsell me and everything. Everything was a phone call of, this is what I found. This is what I recommend. What would you like to do? So, and go figure, as soon as I landed, one of friends of the show, Ryan, gave me a ride back home in his plane, his RV-10. And no sooner than we land does Elliot call me like, hey, so have you been having issues starting your plane? Apparently it wouldn't start, and my starter solenoid and master solenoids are all stuck. So
awesome. Well, it's a good thing it's at a mechanic.
Well, and that's what I said. Yeah. I'm like, I'd much rather have it be broken there than
Right.
somewhere where I'm stranded. So
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah. Hey, have you ever hand propped over
right.
a Cherokee?
Right.
Jeez.
So
That sounds like
that was
a
an
bad idea.
unexpected squawk right off the bat. But other than that, there's a few things we're planning on doing. But other than that, I'm hoping this will be a little more benign after about a year and a half of flying it.
Nice.
So yeah, we shall see.
I would like to bring something up to both the listening audience and to my co-hosts. We have a milestone episode coming up soon.
We do.
I feel like we should do something for this.
I
don't
we
know what that
have to.
means.
I have no idea either. I have zero ideas at the moment.
I have ideas, but I just finished coordinating a fly-in, so
So I'm out. That and you have to go into your semi-hibernated state. Or hibernative, whatever it is.
Sure.
winter lethargy.
You have to go into winter lethargy, so this might not work out well. I don't know. What do you guys think about for episode 100? What do we want to try to do?
Party.
Yeah, I was
How do we do that? Remotely.
we should bring on as many of our past guests as possible,
Okay.
all at once.
All at once. Just a big, party room type of deal?
That would actually be horrific. We shouldn't do that, but it's a fun thought.
That would be a nightmare to edit.
You think my Wisconsin internet can't handle just the three of us? I mean, we could just do one of those phone it in episodes where we talk about our favorite moments and replay the audio clips.
No, we have already done that. We got to go. This is a big milestone.
It
If you
is.
guys haven't kept up or you aren't looking at the thumbnail right now, we have episode 100 coming up. 100, triple digits, buddy. That's crazy.
I would like to pose this thought to our listeners. This just popped into my head. What if
Okay.
instead of us replaying some of our favorite moments of the last 100 episodes when we get there, what if we ask them to tell us what their favorite moments are over the 100 episodes? And I would love to have it in audio format so I could just play other people's thoughts and hear from our listeners.
I like it.
Yeah.
That could be a thing. Okay.
We could break it up to favorite guest, favorite just regular old banter,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Favorite just episode in general?
Favorite host.
I'm down with that.
I think it would be fun to do part that
Yep.
and part having old guests on.
Okay.
I think that would be fun. But
All right. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm going to have some work to do then, aren't
yeah.
I? Okay.
Oh my God.
What?
The world's largest Sia. Everybody sends in an audio recording of their rendition of Sia, and we just blast.
Now, are you saying that I stack all these different audios, or would you do one Sia at a time and see how long it will go?
That is going to be editor discretion, I
Okay.
think.
All right. Well, you all have heard it here. We have now laid down the gauntlet for all of you. We would love to hear from you and hear what your favorite moments of the last 100. We're not at 100 yet, but you know what I mean. We'd like to hear what your favorite moments of 100 episodes of this podcast are. And we want to create the world's biggest Sia, whether that is all stacked on top of each other to the point where it blows out speakers, or if it's just a long line of Sias of all four of you who will probably respond to this.
And two of which will be my parents.
Uh-huh. So here's what we'd like you to do. On your phone, on some type of device that can record audio, leave us a little note. Tell us what you think. Give us a Sia, and then send that to us at flyingmidwestpodcast@gmail.com. I think if the file is small enough, you may be able to send it on social media, but let's just stick to the email if you can. That might be easier for us to keep track of. Yeah, any other thoughts on that?
It sounded very confident, which means that's what we're doing, I guess.
It just kind of
Sounds
came
great.
out.
Yeah, I
If
like
we
it.
have,
Yeah.
we might.
So it'll be one big party for the 100th.
I hope so.
Everybody's invited. And speaking of parties, we had an opportunity at AirVenture to go to kind of a unique thing, a pirate party.
Arr.
Our
Ahoy,
Which-
mateys.
which I didn't even know was a thing until all of a sudden Maddie's like, we're going to this pirate party. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, but
I didn't know what it meant either.
I recall seeing this message. I'm like, what on earth is she talking about? I thought it was an autocorrect thing, and it was just supposed to say pilot party.
Right?
Negative.
But that's what AirVenture is in general. So, no, pirate party.
Correct.
One of my other hobbies is being on the water, and the parallels between aviation and maritime stuff is actually that they go hand in hand.
They do.
You use the term IAMAD a lot?
Yes, all the time. In fact, I made a Milwaukee approach Cherokee 954. Yeah, no, that doesn't flow quite as well.
I think it would be after you get an instruction.
Yeah.
Or aye, Captain.
Yeah.
That is not standard phraseology.
Yeah. Altimeter 3012, 3012 R402. Should we tell our listeners what a pirate party actually is? Or not just a party, the pirate party?
The pirate party.
You know what? We could, but I think it would be better explained by one of the founders. What do you guys think?
Ooh, I love that idea.
Let's walk the plank and dive right into the interview.
Hey! Aye, Captain. Well, welcome everyone back to another very exciting episode of the Flying Midwest podcast. We are here with John at the Pirate Party in the North 40, live from Oshkosh. John, how are you?
I am doing very well, thank you.
Oh, good.
You have quite the radio voice.
Actually, it's funny. I did announcing of my kids and grandkids swim team for like 20 years. So
Wow, you're a professional.
I am the voice of Oakley Forest.
Nice.
Fortunately, I have a good voice because I got a face made for radio.
So do we. That's why we do this.
That's why we do a podcast.
Exactly.
An audio-only podcast specifically.
Yes.
So, pirate party. Tell us
Pirate
about,
Party.
like, how... I assume that the number that we got earlier, I think, is not factual for how many years you've been doing this. But
Well, I've been coming out here to Osh this is my 25th year.
okay,
Wow.
And the Pirate Party, it actually morphed from a previous party. Dr. Brent Blue held a party in the North 40 called the Rubber Chicken Party.
okay,
And the Rubber Chicken Party was a huge endeavor. They had 2 slushy machines,
Wow.
red slushy and green slushy. And there was actually some non-alcohol in there, but not a great deal. So Brent and his partner would come out from Wyoming, I believe, and they would fly out with beef and barbecue it here.
Oh, wow.
And it was a huge party with all sorts of interesting people. And they did it for a number of years, and then they stopped. And we had been going to the Rubber Chicken Party for a while, so we said, okay, we have to take it over. And actually, one year, the last year Brent did it, they would have one of those the portable tents like they have for the mass arrivals.
Okay.
He would have one for the Rubber Chicken Party. And after the party, our group rented it from him and took it over for the week and decided, okay, now in the future, we have to have a party on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday night, I would say probably on the order of maybe 17 years we've been doing this.
okay.
And we've done it here in the North 40 on this side, on the south side, and then for about 4 years, we were over on the north side, over by the firehouse, and we'd have the party over there. And when they extended the taxiway for 927, we lost our space over there and came back over here to the main side of the North 40. And, of course, we have to keep on having the party. So,
Of course. So why pirates?
well, it started out, the group started by supporting a couple of vendors who had booths in the building. It was Women Fly and the Lost Squadron. Women Fly supported women aviation, lots of clothing for that. The Lost Squadron was out of Reno, the Reno Air Races, and they had all sorts of shirts supporting that.
Sure.
So we would come out and help them set up the booth in the exhibit hall. Some of the people actually worked there selling merchandise during the week, and we'd help take up and tear down. So that started the group. And then when they went out, those two companies decided to shut down, and we wanted to keep on coming out here together.
Sure.
So what we used to do was meet at an airport called Bigfoot that is about 80 miles south of here.
Okay.
So we became Bosch, or the Bigfoot to Oshkosh social group. And we had done that for a couple of years under that name. And then one year at the party, we had someone coming out there interviewing us, and he introduced us as the Pirates of the North 40 because we've always had pirate flags. The name stuck.
Okay.
Excellent.
I don't know if you've heard the story that Jimmy Buffett told about how parrot heads got named. It was a drummer in his group who said that they were talking about deadheads, and the other guy said, no, they're parrot heads, and it stuck. So that's why all Buffett's fans are known as parrot heads.
Okay.
Well,
interesting.
the same thing happened with the Pirates. We became known as the Pirates of the North 40. So,
That's awesome. I love that. So,
and
is there a core group of you then, or is it just whoever ends up in your area? Or how
no,
does that work
there's
for
a core group of us. I'm actually OG. Because I've been doing this for so long.
Sure.
But there's a core group of probably 20 people who come together, and we, in our campsite, will have anywhere from 30 to 35, 40 people, depending on who's coming every year.
Sure.
We came in on Friday with a 12 aircraft as a gaggle coming in and landed together. Well, we're not a formation.
Right.
We make that really clear. We're not a formation. We're a gaggle. So we're not 18 inches apart. We try and stay a little bit farther apart than that. Although there have been times. So, but we all arrive and we meet over in Watertown now, so that we can fly in together as a group with the intention of, if you land at the same time, the marshals will put you in the same area.
Okay.
We got broken up a little bit over a row and a half this year, but we're still close enough.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
And we do our best to space the planes when we're taxiing in, so we have a little bit of gap somewhere so we can put our infrastructure in place.
Sure.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
But like I said, 40 to 50 people. And we have a storage locker in town about 2 miles from here where we keep all of our stuff.
Okay.
Because,
Very smart.
there's a few people who camp other than this week, but mostly everybody just camps this week. So all of our gear is stored here, and we just rent a U-Haul and bring it all over here. And at the end of the week, pack it back up in the storage locker for next year.
That's so fun.
Yes.
How much stuff are we talking about that you bring over from the storage locker?
Oh, it takes us a half a day or so to set up, and we break down. Not everyone can stay the whole week, so we start breaking down things Friday-ish or so and shrink the campsite. Saturday is most everything, and then there's a few people who hang out on Sunday who take the last of the stuff over.
Okay. Gotcha.
So actually, we have a few people who stay until Monday, and they're teary-eyed because they may be the last plane in the North 40, which is very sad.
Yeah.
But as we all say as we're leaving, we'll say 364 or 363, depending what day it is, because we know we'll be back next year.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yes.
That's so fun. So how has the pirate party changed over the years as you've been here?
Well, of course, we have a theme every year, which is Hawaiian shirts.
Oops, I didn't get the memo.
Well, no, you got to wear a Hawaiian shirt. And other than that, it's a great excuse to get together and meet new friends. We invite everybody to come out here. And now, R&B, or Robert, not Bob, as he's known, he is our head chef here, and we normally have pork, smoked pork. Although this year there was an issue, the grocery store messed up the order. They couldn't get him the 50 pounds of pork that he had ordered, So we went with chicken this year. But
It's delicious.
I mean,
Yeah.
it still worked. It was good.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any yet.
Oh, no.
Well, I took over behind the bar for Del Rey. So,
how kind
but
of you.
I've spent enough time on both sides of the table, so I got put to work.
You've seen it all.
Yes.
But yes, your chicken is coming to you.
So for this evening, I mean, we talked about getting the stuff over here and setting things up, but how big of an undertaking is it to put all of this together for everybody who comes out?
Well, I mean, the planning goes on well in advance.
Okay.
But in terms of today, we went. Robert made a grocery run this morning, and I think we had 50 pounds of chicken and various other stuff. The numbers I heard was it was $1,000 worth of supplies for the party for tonight.
I believe that.
Yeah. So we've had anywhere from 75 to 200 people at this party over the years, depending on a lot of things.
Sure.
We've had live music sometimes, and other times not. So it's always been a great party.
Aww.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and the atmosphere is great too. I mean, like, this is my first time at this party, but it's such a relaxed atmosphere. You could talk to anybody. It's really great.
As long as you don't mind talking about airplanes, it's a great party.
Yeah, that's I had no problem with any of that.
Yes. Yeah,
You're usually pretty good at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have a podcast talking about airplanes, so
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's also great to meet people from all around the country. Now,
Yeah.
our group has people from all around the country, but we meet an awful lot of other people here who have come in from all over the place.
okay.
So it's always a
amazing.
lot of fun.
Aw.
So.
Do you add more members per year or subtract, I guess?
Well, people come and people go.
Sure.
They may not come back because they have life interfering.
Sure.
I can't remember anybody who didn't come back because they didn't like us. We do add people every year.
Okay.
Friends of friends of friends all
Sure.
come in. Everyone's welcome. So we organize all through the year, and we have a quartermaster who does a lot of the organizations and orders stuff.
Okay.
And then we make a lot of runs to Walmart for food and beer.
Food and beer.
I have to laugh. Saturday, I made the run over to Walmart, and I was tasked to pick up the pre-order, and evidently we can't order beer ahead of time. We have to just go get it.
Boom.
I don't know. Rules are rules. But anyway, so I go in, and I filled up a shopping cart with Spotted Cow, and I paid for it, walked out to the car, and I had a few people comment on the fact that I had nothing but Spotted Cow in my cart, and my reply was, "Man does not live by bread alone." So
Bread and bread byproducts.
well, I'm very involved in my church at home, and we have a number of social events at the church.
Sure.
And generally speaking, the men would have, especially if we're like doing cleanup afterwards, we'd have some beers. And there were some of the older Episcopal church group ladies who didn't particularly like the fact that we had beer at the church. So in order to appease them, we renamed it from beer to barley soup.
Barley soup.
So
okay.
we have barley soup there. So
Ouch.
that works.
Sorry, I lost my phone. Where'd it go?
Oh, are you getting attacked by cornhole?
No, not yet.
Want to play a game of that? Okay, you call it cornhole. Where are you from?
I'm from just outside of Annapolis, Maryland.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. So
interesting.
I fly out of a small strip that's a 2,500-foot strip in Annapolis,
Okay.
and I fly a 182.
Very nice.
So
We're just talking about those. Now I won't get into that.
Yeah.
But very nice. How long have you owned?
I'm partners in this airplane,
Okay.
and I've been in the partnership for, I think, about 15 years.
Wow.
Okay.
I've been flying for 26 years.
Awesome.
Matter of fact, the first time I came to Oshkosh 25 years ago was 4 months after I got my pilot certificate.
Wow.
And I did not realize that was probably not the wisest decision I'd ever made. But fortunately, I worked with someone who lived here in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And he met me at Hartford County, which is about 80 miles south of here, I think.
Okay.
And we flew in together.
Good.
Now, I was flying a Warbird at the time.
Ooh.
And so back then, if you were flying a Warbird, you came in on the Warbird approach over Warbird Island.
Yep.
And so I'm doing that. And I was flying a T-41, which is a glorified 172. But it's the T-41 Mescalero. So I'm coming in on the Warbird approach, and I'm identifying as Mescalero 89 November, because I'm not saying Cessna. So I'm coming in, and they said, would you like an overhead brake? And I'm like, I just want to land the plane.
I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's so good.
And when I was here that first year, I brought my son out with me, who was 11 at the time, and we had lunch over in the Warbird area. I sat down at a table with Chuck Yeager and Bud Anderson and had lunch with them.
Great.
And
That's amazing.
now, when you fly a Warbird in, they give you a ball cap that says Warbird Pilot. It doesn't say Warbird Pilot of a glorified 172. It says Warbird Pilot. I was treated like a god, and I didn't object. But anyway, both Chuck and Bud autographed my hat. And I'm like, I'm treasuring this bad boy. I went back to my campsite, took the hat off, put it away. It stayed in the tent for the rest of the week. At the end of the week, we go to leave. I load up the plane. I put the hat in the hat rack in the back of the plane, and we flew to Ohio for fuel and then home to Annapolis. I get to Annapolis, and the hat's gone.
No.
I have no idea what happened to it. I was not a happy camper. However, I will never forget having lunch with Bud and Chuck. So the memory lives in my mind, even if the hat's long gone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Somewhere there's somebody who should rot in hell for taking my hat. But it is what it is.
Wow.
So,
only at Oshkosh, right?
Only at Oshkosh. I've seen so many things here. Tremendous aircraft, tremendous people. I've had a great time every time I've come out here. My personal record is 3 tents destroyed in 1 week by storms.
Wow. That is a record.
Yes. Well, I will say the third tent was essentially a throwaway that had been in my storage bin for a number of years. Okay. But it was like the last night, I'm like, I'm not buying another tent here.
Yeah.
So, but I did, when I got home, I went out and bought a good tent. So,
that's awesome.
And then I've had that one for a number of years now.
Wow.
Yes. So.
Do you do any other fly-ins, or is it just Oshkosh?
I've been to Sun and Fun half dozen times.
Okay.
And
two, or?
Yeah, camped there too.
Nice.
As a matter of fact, I was at Sun and Fun this year. I went down. I have a brother who lives in Anderson, South Carolina, and 2 brothers who are living on boats down in the Florida Keys.
Oh.
So I flew to Anderson and spent a day with that brother, and then I flew down to Homestead and left the plane there and got a car and drove down in the Keys because the 2 brothers live like 80 miles apart.
Oh, wow.
So I went down and visited them for a couple of days and then came back and got the plane and flew up to Lakeland and went to Sun and Fun for 3 days and then flew home.
That
It
sounds like the
was
best
a
trip ever.
great trip.
Aw.
And it's something that only general aviation allows.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have done that trip flying commercial.
No.
So,
Not a chance.
But,
And driving would have been awful.
well, I've driven down to the Keys.
Sure. I'm sure that's beautiful.
Yeah,
actually.
3 years ago I got my second Porsche Boxster, and I got that, and I said, well, I'm going down in February to visit my brothers. So I drove down to the Keys in the Boxster. Oh, it's funny. One of the reasons I drove it down is I said I want to drive around in Florida with the top down. So I go down to the Keys, and it's 1 billion degrees. And traffic is horrible. I ended up putting the top back up and putting the air conditioning on. But I did have a good time.
Oh, good.
So,
That's phenomenal.
but
So of your group that you have here, how many different states do you think are represented? Just ballpark.
From our group, probably 10 states.
Okay.
I'm betting that there's probably 30 states represented at this party. I've talked to a lot of people tonight who are from all over.
That's awesome.
Our farthest person comes from Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
And we used to have when we back in the original days of the party, there was a Captain Stefan lived near Bigfoot, and we would fly into his place and spend the Friday night would be a party at his house, and we all come up on Saturday. Okay. So he was the closest one because Bigfoot's like 80 miles from here.
Sure.
So, but other than that, yeah, we come from all over. This place attracts a lot of people.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to share about you or the Pirate Party or Osh? Or?
Well, I can say that aviation has been a tremendous part of my life for the last 25 years. I can't imagine not flying. And as I've said to a few people, I'm coming to Oshkosh until I'm dead. You know, that's just the way it's going to be.
There you go.
I love that.
Actually, when I worked for a healthcare company for 25 years.
Wow.
And everyone knew not to even think about trying to schedule me for anything in the last week in July because I was simply not going to be available. You know, short of World War III, John's out of pocket. He can't do anything.
My work phone has been on airplane mode all week. So
I'm sorry,
amazing.
what?
My work phone has been on airplane mode all week so far. So
Yes.
Yeah, my company keeps sending me emails. I'm not reading them.
Well, I've since become a member of the leisure class in the last couple of years, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So
How very nice. You earned it after 25 years in healthcare.
yeah.
yes, and I brought my son out here twice. Once when he was 11, and again when he was 21.
Oh, wow.
And he really enjoyed both trips.
Okay.
So
that's sweet.
I have twin 15-year-old granddaughters, and I've thought about bringing them out here. They seem somewhat interested, but this is summer camp for Upa. I'm German, so I go by the name Upa. So this is summer camp for Upa. I don't think I really want to have to watch my granddaughters.
Yeah. Wait until they're older and they can fend for themselves.
Exactly. So
Let them free.
yes. So
Oh, that's excellent. Well, John, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us for a little bit.
it's been my pleasure. Okay.
Yeah, we really appreciate your time, especially given we're in the middle of this party right now. So,
Well, it took me away from bartending, but that's okay. Del Rey went back to cover the bar for me, so it's okay.
Well, thank you again.
Well,
Oh, you're very
Enjoy
welcome.
the rest of your Oshkosh adventure.
Thank you.
Well, what did you guys think of the pirate party? Did you have fun?
I was pleasantly surprised. I
Good.
did not know what to expect. I really didn't.
I didn't either. I was just told to be there at 5:30.
I remember
That was
walking
it.
up to the North 40. I'm like, I don't know anyone here except for Maddie and Badger. What is even happening?
I wasn't even there yet. I didn't get there till like 8 o'clock. Later,
So
it was dark.
It felt awkward walking up and not knowing anybody.
Yeah. I knew a couple people, but only like virtually, so I didn't like know
Yeah.
their faces or
Yeah.
anything. So that was a little embarrassing.
Nick
Can't get
met
a
us there
pic
too, so from Part-Time
Yeah.
Pilot. So that was nice to have him there. And
It was great.
it was a really good time, though. Good socialization. My partner in the plane, who I see regularly, was there because we had to fly to Oshkosh to meet each other there, apparently. That's what people do.
That's how it always goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really good time. I found it interesting that they rent a storage unit and go pick the stuff up every year and bring it back in there. Because I remember thinking as I'm looking at the setup, I'm like, how on earth did they get all of this stuff here in these tiny little airplanes?
I guess like if you're dedicated to doing something for that long, you find ways to make it
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Because if it's hard, nobody's going to want to do it. But if
I
it's
can't
easy,
imagine what
like,
they're doing.
oh,
It's
everything's
easy,
still there.
but
Well, no, okay, easier. How's that?
Yeah.
Because like having something already there, okay, it's already at Osh. We just have to go and pick it up. Easy. Instead of, how in the world are we going to pack all this?
Yeah, how will we get the smoker in the back of my Bonanza?
But I think it's kind of cool how it's just another highlight of things that are unique to Oshkosh and things that are strictly word of mouth. I mean, it's the allure of, things. It's up there with like the beer coffin or jambalaya in Comanche Town. Like it's word of mouth only, and you have to be there to know about it and where it is. Which I mean, it makes it that much more exciting.
Right.
Yeah, and I like it because it's not exclusive. Oh, you know about it? Well, come bring your friends too. Let's all have a party. Like it's everybody's very welcoming in that aspect, and I think that's what sets Osh apart from every other event, on the planet. I love it. There's never a lack of things to do,
even after hours.
Correct.
Even after hours. Yeah.
Even after hours, when the buses stop running and you're not sure you're going to get back to your car.
Don't remind me, Dad. I'm sorry.
I think he forgave us.
He did. He was really nice about it. If you guys probably, I don't think we mentioned it really during the podcast, but my dad was an amazing trooper. He had gotten a knee replacement like 2 months, not even, before Osh. And he was in a lot of pain. He was really struggling. I hope he doesn't mind that I'm sharing this.
If he does, I'll cut it.
Oh, well. Well, if he does, I'm gonna hear about it later. But I just want to say thank you, Dad. Our plans fell through so many times with transportation, and he did it without, there was a little complaining, but like, we're all pilots, we complain, so he can complain too. Especially after getting a knee replacement. That is no small feat. Yep. So the fact that he did as much walking and stuff as he did was incredible. And the fact that he didn't, get upset with me when things did not work out how we hoped was very nice. Thank you, Dad. As always, the best Oshkosh dad.
Thanks, Maddie's dad.
Thanks, Maddie's dad.
Mark, who invited me to this, he's a CFI in Kansas City. He will not be listening to this because he doesn't like podcasts. However, if you are listening or somebody who knows Mark Boguski, please tell him thank you again for the invite. That was so fun. We had such a great time. It was super cool to learn about the history. I had no idea. I did not know, except for that I was invited like 8 months before Osh. I was just told to be there. And I said, okay. And I did it. And that was it. And it was super fun.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be around for whatever our next party is, but for all of our listeners, I will be around for at least the 100th, and hopefully you guys will too. So don't forget, send us in a short audio clip with your favorite moment over the past 100 episodes, whether it's a guest, whether it's banter, and of course, leave us your best SIA so we can compile that all together.
This is going to be fun.
As we talk about the 100th, we also want to talk a bit about the future. If you want to be on a future episode, or you know someone who would be a good guest for a future episode, or you have a great idea for a future episode, I just had to say it more time. You can send those over to us as well at flyingmidwestpodcast@gmail.com, where you can send all the cool things for us, whether it be a comment or guest ideas or your audio clip. flyingmidwestpodcast@gmail.com.
We have cool sweatshirts, I think.
Yeah,
we are putting sweatshirts back on the site. It is getting chilly, and you should be cloaked in your favorite podcast merch. So I think you look great.
All that to say, there's winter merch coming.
Yes.
It will be on the page as this episode airs.
Phenomenal.
And don't forget to leave us a review and a 5-star rating. You can say whatever you want in the review as long as it's PG-13-ish or younger. And we will probably read it on the show as long as you leave 5 stars. I think there's a setting that we have where like the 4th or 1 don't actually click. But
the good podcasts have that setting. We don't. But we would appreciate it if you hit 5.
That's the premium paid podcast version. So we would appreciate a 5-star review, or a 5-star rating, and some sort of review, even if it's as simple as Badger needs to stop hibernating and stop building up all the fat for the year. I'll rate it on the show. I don't care. I have no shame. You guys know that. But in all seriousness, ratings and reviews really do help the podcast algorithms and get our episodes out to potentially new listeners. And so we do appreciate it.
Oh, one last thing. If you want to be part of the community outside of the podcast, join us over on Discord or on Patreon. I've been putting up a lot more early access stuff to the YouTube channel as well. So if you want to see early access to that stuff, or you want to hear stuff about the podcast, join us over on Patreon, and you can support us there.
Thank you, as always, for listening to the Flying Midwest podcast. And until next time,
See ya.
See ya.
see you.
Clutch 536, contact Minneapolis Center 132.35 today.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Flying Midwest podcast. Until next time, podcast service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Good day.
Any like goofy bass guitar like that, it's just Seinfeld.
Slap.
Slap at the bass, man.
So yeah.
Slap at the bass, man.
I'm sorry. I did not major in music, so
Yep.
yeah. That's it. You can cut that as much as you like. You just
Or
can't
just-
stop talking.
I'll just leave it just as is.
No.
I'll make you sound good. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Was there drunken pirate stuff going on in this pirate party too? I don't
Yes.
remember. I got there late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were
You
some
got there late. You
beverages
should have
being
seen it
consumed.
then. Yes, beverages were consumed. I tried spotted cow. I did not like it. Sorry.
And we've lost all the rest of our Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's out.
Yep.
Whoops. Sorry.
To each their own.
Oh my gosh, so that reminds me, I was watching one of our local news stations years ago when it was Talk Like a Pirate Day, and they were
I
all
do
trying to
recall
talk
those
like
things.
pirates,
Mm-hmm.
but it all just kept slipping into Irish accents.
To be fair, it's hard not to.
And to be fair,
Yeah.
Milwaukee's mostly drunk anyways, which is another thing too, so that's fine.
It is. The parallels are, they just keep on
I'm
coming.
going to lose Milwaukee guests now just because or Milwaukee listeners now because I keep making fun of places.
Well, that's okay. Arr!
Why? Just
That was so loud.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was... Is
Do it
this
again,
too
but
loud?
Quieter. No, you were like way up at the mic here.
you
I
did
was
lean
like
right
halfway.
into it.
Like, you know how when I slurp my water, like right up at the mic? Magnify that by like 10.
Okay, ew!
You started this, just so you know.
All right, I deserve
Where
that.
were we?
I'm
We
sorry.
were at an R, I think.
Oh my gosh. But
And Nick Mick? Nope. Nick met us there
Mick
too,
too.
so from Part-Time
Yeah.
Pilot. So that was nice to have him there. And
it was great.
it was a really good time, though.
I'm super boring.